Hey guys, good morning. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life today. It is February 11th, 2026, and that means it is a Wednesday, and I do want to take the opportunity to say thank you and to welcome you here to the show. If this is your very first time, of course, I want to say welcome. If you have never been here before, well, of course, it's great to have you. And if you have been here before many times, I want to take the opportunity to welcome you back. It is always great to be here with you, and yeah, it is so great to have everybody here at Inspirations for Your Life. We've been on the air now, guys. Oh boy, 4 years, and this makes our fifth year. Yeah, we are starting our fifth year. I should say we're in our second month of our fifth year. So again, it is so great to be with everyone here. We have an amazing master topic, guys, for this week. If you guys didn't know, we'll get into that in just a moment. If you're new here or not, don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my, of course, amazing, inspiring creations, which you guys can do 24 hours a day. Yes, guys, 7 days a week. Yes, but do that after the show is over. All right, I think that'll be great for everyone there to check that out. You can get my short form content, you can get my long form content, and you can get so much more. Oh, reels and lots of great stuff. Okay, so again, definitely check out believemeachieve.com, which you can do after the show. If you're thirsty or anything like that and want to get yourself a beverage or some fruit or maybe something to eat, feel free to do that and head on back to the show because we have an amazing show as we always do every time we are on the air. All right, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick this off. This is Inspirations for Your Life, and we're talking about something pretty interesting today: resilience when progress feels slow. I'm John C. Morley, a serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, graduate student, a passionate lifelong learner, and it is my privilege and pleasure to be with you. The master weekly theme is From Fear to Forward, choosing light, clarity, and momentum. This episode is focusing all on resilience when progress feels slow, um, learning to stay steady, build endurance, and trust the process, even when visible. Results do take time. Why slow progress still counts? Slow progress is still forward movement. And I think a lot of people don't understand what forward movement is. But when we move, even if we're not moving quickly, we are still moving forward. And I think that's a very important thing to realize. Um, so I think it's important that you understand what it means to go forward. It means to take consistent steps every single day, not skipping a day. All right. So slow progress is still progress. Number two, resilience when results lag. Results may lag, but resilience sustains momentum. Yeah, resilience happens, and people, you know, just kind of get stronger from that momentum. I think that's the really important point about it is that sometimes we all have challenges, but when we have resilience, those things that happen just seem to be like a blip. The way I like to explain this is maybe some of you have gone on a trip before. I'm sure you have. And when you've gone on this trip, you know what happens? You eventually, or sometimes inadvertently, hit a bump in the road, and there's nothing wrong with hitting a bump in the road. It's perfectly normal. However, that bump that you might have hit 1 year, 2 year, 3 or 4 years. I'm going to talk about a trip when I actually went to Europe with my cousin and my grandfather and grandmother on my mother's side, and went there in eighth grade. It's the first time I ever went to Italy with them. I had been to Europe several times before that with Madame Breitinger in the French class. We had a class and we got credit for that. But we went to Europe and we rented a car and we hit some bumps, and it was not light bumps. But those are just bumps in the road. You know what? They went away, right? We don't focus on the bumps. They happen and we move on. It's how we choose to move forward that we don't spiral down. Number three, how to stay steady during plateaus. Plateaus strengthen endurance. They do. Sometimes they might say, oh my gosh, like, why is this happening to me? Or why am I doing this? And the question is not why it's happening to me. The question should be, what can I learn from this juncture in life? What can I really learn from this juncture? And when you think about it that way, a whole new light triggers. All right, a whole new light triggers. You get inspiration, you get thought, you learn something. Number four, why persistence outperforms intensity every single time, not just one time. Consistency outlasts bursts of effort. Maybe you are doing a lot of workouts, right? And you work really hard one day, but then the next day you say, I don't want to work out. Then you do another day. That's not good. Consistency over time is what gets you to the promised land. So that's very important. Number five, guys, building endurance, not burnout. Endurance supports long term success. And I know many people say to me, John, I can't do this anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. And that's not to scare you. That's just to say, hey, you're human and things that are happening are human. And you can realize that. Okay. You can realize what's like to be human. And being human has a very interesting quality itself. And that quality is all about what? That quality is about finding who you are, not about trying to be somebody else. I think that's a very, very important thing. It's not about somebody else. Okay, that's really important. Number six, guys, why consistency beats motivation every time, hands down. Motivation fades, guys. Consistency remains. As I said to you at the workout, maybe you have this desire to work out, but then for whatever reason you decide to stop. That's a problem. You have to keep it going. So that's why I tell you don't do a lot, just do a little bit. And when you do a little bit, you're going to find that it gets easier over time and you feel better. Number seven, progress without applause. Progress matters even when unseen. I've said to you guys before, and the one I like to use is the airplane commercial where they had people, and when they knew they were being watched, they're like dusting off the luggage and they're patting it down. They're being so nice to it, like it's a person. When they don't think they're being watched, they just throw it any old way. Probably you'll break whatever's inside. It might even rip the bag. And so, what I want to tell you is it's important to act in a way that you would want others to treat you. You want to act in a way that you know is right. Because when you do this when no one else is watching, that's when the magic happens. See, that's when your character gets built. Um, Recently, I have been doing a new technique, not to get into that right now, but the technique works in a way that gets us to just let go. And it gets us to understand that even though we're not getting applause, okay, I know we want applause day one. We don't get applause the first time we get on base. We don't get applause the first time we swing a bat and we hit it. We don't get applause the first day we become knowledgeable. No, we get applause after time. We get applause after showing up day in and day out. Okay. That's a very important thing to understand. And the more that we realize that, the more that we can understand is that we have to be our own cheerleaders day in and day out. That's probably one of the most important things I want to share with you is we have to be our own cheerleaders day in and day out. Okay. And when we do this, other people eventually will show up to cheer us on, but don't expect it. I know in a race, a lot of times or a run, you're like, yeah, 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 go, 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 right? And that's nice, but don't expect that in life. In a race, it's a little bit different, right? But in life, people don't always cheer you on. Why? Maybe they're busy. Maybe they've got too much going on personally. Or maybe they're just not into showing people. They're just very selfish. That's probably the main reason. Um, some people get jealous when you get ahead, which is really terrible. See, I feel that when you help other people, they get ahead, but you also get ahead too because you both learn. Number eight, guys, how resilience rewires setbacks. You see, setbacks become training ground. A setback is something we all learn from. And the question I was asked is not why it happened to me, but what can I learn from it? What can I learn from it? Okay. What can I learn from it? That's an important thing to realize. What can I learn from it? And when you start approaching the world that way, different things unfold and attract to you. All right. Number 9, why staying matters. Staying builds strength and momentum. All right. And that's a very important part of life. Staying, we're here because we're here for the long game. We're not here for the short game. We are here for the long game. That's important. Number 10, resilience as patience in motion. Patience keeps progress alive. You may not think it. Patience allows us to keep our focus. And we said before that when you have your focus, when you have your direction, you stay on course, you know what? You reach your destination. You achieve your goal. Okay? You achieve success. Number 11, guys, learning to trust long timelines. Long timelines require faith and trust. And sometimes, we might want to take a shortcut because we see other people doing it, or we say, you know what, I don't really want to put the extra time in. Put the time in. Because when you put the time in, 2 things are going to happen. 1, you become dedicated. 2, you're doing something right. And when it does benefit, who knows? You might just get that applause someday. But don't do it for other people. Do your life and be the good person for you. Again, not for other people. That is probably the most important thing that I can tell you today. Do it because of, yes, do it because of you. That is probably the most important thing that I can tell you. Do it because of you. All right? Do it because of you. And that's a very important thing to know, is to do it because of you. Do it because of your core values. Right? Yeah. Number 12, why effort isn't wasted. Every effort compounds over time. Just like no penny is wasted, no dollar is wasted. Everything that we put into the bank eventually compounds if we leave it there long enough. That means we don't keep checking them. Like, if you put the cheesecake in, do you keep checking it every 5 seconds? No, you look at the oven, but you don't keep opening the door. So you don't keep checking the money. Oh, did it compound yet? Did it compound? No, leave it there for 10, 12, 15 years, right? Let it compound for a while. Don't take it out. Number 13, how to continue without certainty. Movement creates clarity. And I found this too, that the more you have a movement, even though it might not be where you want to be right now in time, you move forward. You move forward in a way that becomes very interesting. And in a way that not only motivates you, but motivates others, all because you've chosen to move ahead. Number 14, the power of showing up again. Showing up again builds strength again and again and again. So a wise person once told me, John, 80% of success is your persistence and keep showing up with a good attitude. That's 80% of success. So the question is, this is my question, why is it that people don't show up? I want to know that. I want to know why people don't show up. And I think that's something that a lot of people here don't understand. They don't understand that we show up because we want to provide information, we want to share, we want to learn, we want to experience things. Somebody once asked me, John, what's the definition of life? Why are we here? Well, we are here to become a better version of ourselves and help other people become a better version of themselves, and also to have different experiences. I like to say all the experiences that we have are because of God, because of the Lord. I know some people may not be religious here, and I apologize for that. I try not to put religion on every show, but because of Him, I'm alive. I'm doing this podcast. No one else. Because of His greatest gifts to me, His blessings that He's bestowed on me, that I am eternally grateful for. That's why I'm here for all of you. So there's a very interesting phrase that I learned from Facing the Giants, and it was this. A lot of people that are religious praise God when we do well. But we need to praise Him even when we don't do well. offer up our thoughts and glory to God when things go well, even when they don't. Give him the glory either way. Number 15, resilience and repetition. Repetition reinforces resilience because it creates a chemical effect in our body. And that chemical effect gets us to feel good. The dopamine rush, right? We've talked about this before, the natural high in our body. Number 16, why persistence builds character. Persistence shapes who you become day in and day out. And this is mostly happening when people aren't watching. So I was working on some new techniques and I was talking to somebody and they're like, John, I noticed a change in you. And I'm like, really? Yeah. And so my question was, when, did you notice? It's my question. I ask people, when did you notice this change in me? And sometimes people will, they'll pause for a moment, like they won't know what to say. But then they'll kind of roll their eyes one way and they'll try to answer the question. Not because of one thing, but because of the same calm, self-respecting response that you give, that you show up. The stresses you had, that you still handle things. You kept pushing forward. Dealing with I had an outside conflict with a volunteer committee. Kept pushing forward. Saying no when my boundaries were getting challenged. Ending conversations cleanly. Setting boundaries for ourselves. And what he said to me is, John, it likely started before today, but I noticed it today. Today is when it became obvious. And you were already living it before you noticed it. And I think sometimes when we make that shift, it's like, oh my gosh, when is it going to happen? But success does not happen in big moments. It happens in small, tiny, micro stages. And it just seems like everything's just right. Number 17, turning frustration into fuel. Frustration can power progress, guys, every single day. And it can help us to turn things around. Number 18, how resilience creates identity. Identity is built through endurance. We talk about running. We talk about all different kinds of success. And I want to know from you guys, when you're doing something that's hard, what is it that keeps you on the mat? What is it that keeps you in the running? Or what is it that keeps your mind wanting to solve the challenge? Is it the curiosity? Is it because you're looking at the end result, the goal? Is it because you've done it before and you like the feeling? You want to get that feeling again, right? Like the feeling when maybe you hold $100 or $1,000 in your hand. Feels good, doesn't it? So you can do those things and then you can create an anchor. We're not going to do that on this show. And that can keep you getting in that state. Number 19, why staying calm sustains progress. Calm sustains long-term effort, guys. It's not about being flashy or showy. There was somebody today whose birthday was today. And I wish them a happy birthday. But I also did something else, which I think was kind of interesting. They had been, I'm going to say, a little bit rude to me. Now, I don't really call people on the carpet. That's not who I am. I don't typically call people on the carpet. But what I can tell you is that it's about who you are. Okay? And I think when we can do that, it changes who we are. Okay? It changes who we are as a person. As a person, not just like one thing. And so when I think about this, I think about it in a way that opens me up to new possibilities. I think about different things that could happen. And so, in this one particular thing that I actually did today, I'm trying to remember whether it was on Facebook or where it was. I think it was on LinkedIn. Okay. And I remember in this particular thing that I was doing, I think it was, let me see if I can find it. I posted this around, oh, let's see here if I have it here. Looks like I posted it probably around, I'm looking to see where it is. Hang on here. So I'm looking on the site. There are lots and lots of posts. And I'm looking here because I'm looking to see when I interacted with this post. And likely, I'm looking here to find it. If I do not find the post, which is very, very possible that I may not find the post, I'm right now up to 37 minutes. I'm up to different things right now. 45 minutes ago. And strangely enough, guys, I still do not have the post. So you know what that tells me? It tells me something very interesting. So these people were a little bit rude to me and all about their titles. And I put something in there that I think might have knocked them. And I said, no, happy birthday to you, wish you this and many more. And I said, true leadership isn't about fancy names and titles. It's about showing up for yourself and doing what's right, even when no one else is watching. And you know what they did? They didn't respond. They didn't like it. They deleted the comment. That tells me they are too stuck on titles. Just being honest about that. Number 20, guys. Resilience without bitterness. Resilience grows when bitterness fades. Have you ever been bitter before? We all have. But the key is to keep it in check. To keep it in check. That's probably the most important thing. To keep it in check. That's important. Why slow growth lasts longer. Slow growth creates stability. Number 21. Number 22, guys, how resilience strengthens confidence. Endurance builds confidence. I talked about the dopamine rush and feeling good and having something to look forward to, staying on the directional path. Number 23, choosing steadiness over urgency. Steadiness prevents burnout when there's so much going on. I mean, we've all had times when we got to get a million things done, whether it's for school or whether it's for work. We all have these things, and we have to stay focused on the moment. Number 24, why endurance attracts opportunity, and opportunity trusts reliability. When something's moving too quickly, there's a good sense that it's not in alignment with who you really are. Number 25, resilience as emotional maturity. Resilience reflects emotional growth, guys, every day. Are you paying attention to it? Number 26, how to rest without quitting. Rest supports persistence. Did you know that? And when you rest, you come back stronger and better after you've rested. Number 27, why resilience feels unglamorous. And the effort just builds more results. See, people do things because a lot of times they want the glamour, but the glamour is not the truth. The glamour is just the outside piece. Right? I'm gonna call it a facade. The best thing I can tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a facade, something that really doesn't exist, or a mirage. Right? A facade is something that's kind of like this false or something that's on the edges. Could exist, but it's basically just covering. A mirage is something that you're imagining is there, but it's literally not there. Number 28, trusting the process. The process always teaches us day in and day out. The question is, are you showing up every day as a student? Or are you only looking to be a teacher? and not learn from the people around you. That's another big key, guys, to success every day. Why progress compounds quietly? Quiet progress accumulates power. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. It's about what you learn from a certain situation. That, my friends, is actually priceless. Priceless. Number 30, resilience is self-respect. Resilience is self-respect in action. How can we show ourselves self-respect? By saying no to people that abuse us, that waste our time. By having an end game. By having a plan B ready if plan A doesn't work. By detaching from things that are emotionally divesting us to our core values. Those are not easy things. Resilience takes practice, takes patience. It's not built overnight. Resilience and leadership, you're not born with them. You learn them. Leaders are not born, they're made. That's important, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to be sure to check out believemeachieve.com for more amazing short form and long form content, which is accessible 24 hours a day from your computer and, of course, your smart devices. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you right now, as well as every day going forward, to choose steadiness, to choose resilience, to keep moving from fear to forward. If we keep moving and we move toward our goal, the chances of us reaching it are a lot greater. I'm not saying there are not going to be pitfalls, but if we can stay focused on the destination, the little bit of the bumps in the road, we can take care of those. We have a good attitude. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John Seymour, serial entrepreneur. You know, it's such a privilege. It's a pleasure, and it's an honor to be with you here on the Inspirations for Your Life show. Now on the air, over 4 years and almost halfway through our second month of, yes, guys, can you believe that we are, I cannot believe that we are actually in this next period of our life. This is amazing, guys. We are in our fifth year. Have yourself a great rest of your day and or evening, and I'll catch you real soon. And remember, resilience with consistency leads to success. Be well, everyone.